Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the Defining Discipline podcast. I'm your host, Scott. Defining discipline is a lifestyle, a mentality, and a brand. Within this podcast, we're going to focus on self-improvement as you follow along with me on my journey. We'll also hear from special guests of all walks of life on this podcast and their remarkable journeys that led them to where they are today. Today is day 241 of my journey. At the beginning of the year, I challenged myself to run 365 days in a row, all outside, bearing the elements, whatever they may bring. I also challenged myself to run 1,500 miles within this time frame. Now, this is my second year ever running. Within the first full year of running, at the age of 31, I was able to run 1,002 miles. I did that within 175 days out of the year, in the year 2020. So me going for 1,500 miles is over a 50% increase in the amount of miles as opposed to last year. And me going for 365 days is over a 100% increase in the amount of days I'll be running as opposed to the amount of days I ran last year, not to mention this year are all days in a row with no days off. Also within this time frame, I've challenged myself to run two big major races. One of those races being a 50K trail race. That was the Yankee Springs Trail Race in Middleville, Michigan. That was on June 5th, 2021, day 156 of my journey. I was able to get that completed in 7 hours, 15 minutes, and 22 seconds. So I am officially now an ultra runner, so really excited about that. I've also challenged myself to run the Detroit Free Press Marathon this year and doing the Motor City Challenge within that marathon, which entails me running the competitive 1 mile and the competitive 5K the day before the actual marathon. So other than that, let's kind of get into the mileage and then get into today's episode because it is late again. The last 2 days and episodes I have not been keeping up with the mileage and the intro and all that. Been really short days. Got a lot done that I needed to get done, so we're going to get into the mileage today. So the last pretty much all day, every single day this week, I put in 1.5 miles, so that's including today. That put me at 10.9 miles for the week, which put me at 96.9 miles for the month, which put me at 1,099.6 miles for the year. We're going to focus in on these monthly miles. Every single month I challenge myself to a 100-mile challenge, and I do it in honor of a charity in which I donate money to. And not only do I donate money, but I try to start a fundraiser to try to raise money and awareness for that charity. So for the first 7 months, I was able to raise money for 7 great charities. Now we're sitting within the 8th month, the month of August, and we have another charity going on. And the monthly 100-mile monthly challenge for this month of August is in honor of the National Psoriasis Foundation. One reason is because August is Psoriasis Awareness Month, as well as 2, psoriasis is something that I have and I've dealt with for a majority of my life. So I decided it would be a great fundraiser to have this month. So if you'd like to donate to this month's fundraiser, you can find the link to do so on the Defining Discipline Instagram story and the Defining Discipline Facebook story, or my personal page's Instagram story or my personal page's Facebook story. Within those stories, you'll find the link to donate to this month's fundraiser. All donations that get made to this fundraiser go directly to this fundraiser. So that is one thing to keep in mind. I do know times are not the best right now. Not everyone is able to afford to donate, and if that is the case and you can't help out, and you'd still like to help out in some sort of way, the next best thing you could do is to click that share button. We're just trying to raise awareness for these causes as well, and the best way to do that is to just share it and get as many people's eyes on it as possible. So please do that as well if you can. Donate and share, that's even better if you can do both. But if you can do one, either is great. So thank you so much. Other than this month's fundraiser and all of that jazz, normally I had been doing a word of the day, which just follows along with the Merriam-Webster word of the day. And I missed the last 2 days, but for today's word of the day, it is lollygag. Lollygag means to spend time doing things that are not useful. which that is a great word of the day. So, lollygag. That is the word of the day for the day today. Now, other than that, we can get kind of right into today's episode and try to keep it nice and short and sweet. So today's episode, today's theme is going to be storm. And that is going to be the today's episode. Actually, you know what? We're going to cut out storm. It was storming today. When I ran, I had to go run in the storm. So we were going to kind of talk about the storm. But you know what? Today is going to be a special day. We're actually going to use today's word of the day, lollygag, as today's theme. So today's theme for day 241. Today's theme is lollygag. And we're going to talk about lollygag because lollygag is something that for a very long, big period of my life, I was always doing. I was taking a lot of my time doing things that were not very useful. And I feel, I'm still guilty of that a lot of times. There's a lot of times I can just sit around and watch TV or watch podcasts, and it's entertaining, and I can tell myself, well, I can multitask while doing it because I don't really have to pay attention. I can just kind of listen. But still, while doing that, I can sometimes be very unproductive in doing so. And I can just lollygag around. And I think lollygagging is something that we all tend to fall into. And really think about some things, that I know I was doing for a long period of time. That was kind of just lollygagging, was a lot of video games. That's why I've tried to honestly cut out video games as much as possible. I know people think it's crazy or maybe think I'm lying, but I honestly do not play very many video games, if any at all. I had started playing Pokemon Go again for like a slight minute on my phone while doing running. I was using it to run because you can kind of still get outside and use it as a video game, but I even put that down. I don't play my PlayStation 4 at all anymore. I don't play any video games because I personally think I lollygag when I play video games. I put too many time into playing them and just not enough time doing things that I think really needed to be attended to within my life. And I wanted to talk about lollygag today after seeing this word because normally I had been lollygagging for this past, even though I've been taking miles off this past month, I've been kind of lollygagging even with trying to get things done around the house. I've been getting it here and there, but some things I've been really putting off for a very long time finally accomplished, got finished, pretty much steps away from actually finishing the bathroom remodel that I had started in before summer even started. Had it 90% done and then just never put the last 10% touches on it. Finally got the actual custom made a mirror, medicine cabinet mirror that I custom made. So that took me the longest time. Finally finished it today. I quit lollygagging on these projects and things that I needed to attend to around my house. Now I kind of been lollygagging on my mileage and been lollygagging on my training, and this is something I need to really try to get back into. I need to try to focus in instead of wasting a lot of time. I don't have much time, and I need to try to use it as useful as possible and not lollygag with it and waste it doing things, podcasts or other things. I really need to focus in on trying to get everything organized around here, get everything in order as much as possible while still obtaining these goals of doing the podcast, trying to get some guests on. Need to quit lollygagging on that in general as well. So there's a lot of things I've been lollygagging on, and I need to really focus and turn that around. So the first step is to be kind of aware of it and try to really focus in on it and notice all the things you lollygag on, because on a daily basis we're lollygagging on some sort of thing. And to think that you are always going to be 100% productive and you are and you've done enough, I think that is a bad mindset to have. I think there's always more to get done, and there's always more to ways to be more productive, and you should always be looking and trying to find that. Um, and lollygagging is not the way to go, no matter what or how much you think you need to take a rest. Yes, you can rest, but um, lollygagging is not resting. Lollygagging is wasting time and getting distracted from what really needs to be attended to. So, um, that is pretty much it, guys. I need to really attend to these things I've been talking about, get everything around the house cleaned up and organized and ready. I also need to focus in on getting, when I have the time, to get some people on the episode and just really figure out what I'm trying to do with this thing and quit lollygagging around. So that is the goal, to continue and to get back into my training, because I'm kind of falling behind for this marathon, trying to figure out the next steps, the next race after the marathon, trying to figure out a 50-miler race. There's just plenty of things I've been kind of just putting off. I need to really get and focus and focus and focus. I know my time is limited and is only becoming more limited, but that is the fun of it, is to try to figure out how to get the things you need to get done and want to get done within that limited amount of time, because only live once, and you better live it every single day and get done what you need to get done. So that's at least the mentality I've been having. So no more lollygagging. So for your daily discipline today, day 241, it is to quit lollygagging. Quit the lollygag. You know how you're lollygagging. Figure out where at within your life you are lollygagging and cut it out. There's so much you can really attend to. So what are you doing on a daily basis that is lollygagging? Cut that out. Other than that, guys, thank you so much for following along and listening. This is the Defining Discipline podcast. This is episode 241. I am your host, Scott. If you guys can, please give the podcast a like, a subscribe, a follow, and a share on our Facebook, our Instagram, our TikTok, our YouTube, and whatever podcast streaming platform you've been following along and listening on. Other than that, I will see you guys tomorrow for episode 242. I think I might have just said 242, even though it's 241. But I'll see you tomorrow for 242. If you guys can, like I said, give it a like, and if you can, also give this monthly 100-mile challenge a donation or a share, guys. Let's get it out there. Let's help spread the awareness of psoriasis, and let's get some money out there for the National Psoriasis Foundation. Alright, guys, until tomorrow, get your daily discipline done. Peace out.